So the last element we're gonna make an L-shape element. As you can see in the earlier models I made this L-shape element or a cross-shape element. This same principle. So let's look at this tunnel we've made before. As you can see, this tunnel part, it's very elemental space. It has 4 sides, not 6 sides, and therefore it's not a full enclosure, but it's a pathway. It could be longer, it could be shorter. For the purpose of this exercise, we're going to make it a little bit longer. I'm going to use the stretch tool and stretch it 1%. Maybe I should do more than that. 1.5. So it's a bit taller. How tall is this element? Currently, it's 42 feet. It's a good size. So we're going to play this game of intersect. So if I copy this shape and move it to there, I have 2 elements. I'd like to make an L shape. So I'm going to rotate, make sure I have a protractor, click rotate, click the element, and I drag it, and I type 90 degrees, and I have an L shape. I'd like for these 2 elements to become one. So if I take this corner and I put it there, now this is an L shape. The problem with this L shape is intersecting with this face, so I can't go through it. So I want to destroy these walls between them and make them into one element. And maybe if I delete, I'm going to use X-ray. See, there's walls inside my space. If I can get rid of this surface and that surface, then I have an L-shape element. It's going to be easy. So we're going to take these 2 elements. First, we're going to explode them. I right-click. So see how each element now is a bunch of faces. Now, because these faces are intersecting with each other, if I highlight the whole object, right-click, and say make intersect face with selection. See how there's this new line that present themselves? These lines are the definition of what 2 surfaces meet. I go back out of X-ray. If I click this and delete it, see how I am now going into the space, and if I click this and delete it, if I click this and delete it, I already made my tunnel. There's some extra lines we don't need, which is this line on top I don't need. This line I don't need. Probably I can go inside them and delete these lines that were created. I have to be careful with my deletes, not overdo it. So these lines were added in the virtue of intersect. We don't need them all, we just need enough. And that's my new tunnel, the smooth tunnel that was formed by having 2 intersecting faces. I'm deleting the extra lines, but I'm maintaining the geometric shape. Oh, of course, there's a mistake here, which we can fix by closing the shape and erasing the lines. So now I have this nice smooth shape that makes an L-shaped tunnel. Oh, we have an extra intersect. Easy to fix because the program heals surfaces when I draw lines. So this element is ready. Now I can highlight this element and I make it into a component. Give it L shape. Create. I'm going to make it yellow. It would be nice if this tunnel had windows. I can open this, and by the virtue of just drawing a rectangle, it could be any type I want. I could have windows or maybe even a skylight I want. There's no. Now if I push this 12 inches, it will automatically clean the back side. So double click would remember the last 12 inches. So now, so I made my tunnel, so it won't be, there's no reason for them to be dark. This could be lit elements. So this was the intersect, creating an L shape. Now I can assemble all these parts. I can just move these elements and I can create my maze any way I want. So I can copy these 2 shapes, put them there. and I can rotate this 90. So the next video will learn how to make, so I can make my complicated as my maze as fancy as I want it to be. Again, all these elements are interchangeable and they link to each other very nicely. So I'm not creating new shapes, I'm just utilizing the same group of three. There's no reason for you only to make three. You could make 5, 6, 7 different shapes, and you can see you can create this very intricate spaces. They could be wider, they could be longer, they could open to open spaces. The sky's the limit what you can do with the system. Next video, we're going to make the animation video of how you travel through this maze.